started. Before we do so, can y'all just stand up, please, real quick? And we are going to start with a prayer today. And Edith is going to go ahead and lead it. So, if you want to close your eyes, you can. No. Father, Lord, we thank you so much for today. We thank you for our lives. We thank you for each and every woman that is here. Father, I ask that as we gather here, that we just remember that you have given us the gift of health. I ask that you guide us on this journey, that you be with us every step of the way, that you give us strength when we feel weak, and that we cling to you for everything that we need, Father, because we know that apart from you, we are not able to do anything. So we know that this can be a challenging journey. So I just pray that you would just empower these women to continue to be of encouragement to one another, to just be a reminder that with you anything is possible. And I ask that you just give them the courage to just continue each and every day, Lord, to never give up, to persevere and to accomplish their goals, to be healthy and to take care of the temple that you have so freely given us, Father. We want to honor you with all that we have, including our bodies. So just help us to do that. And we thank you for this program. We thank you for what you're doing. We thank you for these women. We thank you for Marcela and her vision, Lord. And I just ask that that you just be in the center of it. We want you in the center of everything that we do. And we thank you in your precious name we pray. Amen. All right. So we do have a lot of new people, a total of 18 people first time. So proud of y'all. I'm going to go ahead and go over what this program is about. I know that we do have a couple people that will be speaking and just giving a little testimony and just talking to you about their experience with the program. But first of all, I just wanted to just say that I'm so proud of y'all for just making a decision to be here, because I know there is plenty other programs, there's plenty other gyms and everything out there, and I'm sure you've already tried many other things, but this time you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this, and our goal is to make sure that you don't fail, okay? Our goal is to give you all the tools so that you're able to succeed in the next 30, 60, 90 days, whatever your goal is. It's going to be different for everybody, okay? Before we go over the program, I'd like to just share a little bit about my story, but first I just want to introduce Edith, who is here, and she's a trainer, leader of this program as well, and she will be coaching Mondays and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and I will be coaching Tuesdays, Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. and then I'm also doing all the morning classes. So Edith, can you just share a little bit about your story, because I know you have to head out.
Yes. So just really quick, again, my name is Edith, and are y'all on the Facebook page, everybody? So did you guys see Marcela's story yesterday? So that's what I love about this program, really just the transparency and the vulnerability that we're each able to have. For me personally, I've been through the same thing. Competition is like a whole another realm of craziness. It was a great experience, but it really does mess you up mentally, trying to adapt to the lifestyle after getting off the stage and having a normal physique. It's really challenging. So I love that she shared that with y'all, because from both her and I have struggled with weight issues, and it's hard for us to be able to really have compassion and a full understanding of what you guys are going through without fully knowing what it feels like to be overweight, what it feels like to actually go through the struggle of, you know, having this excess weight or not being happy with our bodies, you know. So ultimately, what we want to get to is not just like a six-pack and a tight tush, right? We want to be completely comfortable in how we look and feel and be happy regardless of what the scale says. So it sounds really easy, and like these are great words and it sounds nice, but really accepting that concept in your heart and your mind is another thing, right? Because we can tell ourselves all day that like, oh, I'm good, but at the end of the day, we really know if we feel successful, like we're happy with the decisions that we made in our nutrition and whatnot. So so the nutrition, I have incorporated the BB meals, and we, you know, it's a benefit to you guys in the sense that it's convenient. what I've learned in my personal journey is that without having the meals and having such a busy lifestyle, it's so hard to spend 5 to 8 hours in the kitchen prepping your meals. But if you don't do that, and if you don't prepare in some other way, then you're more than likely going to fail. Because you definitely have to create that environment in your vicinity, whether it's at home, at work. You have to have those meals available, because if not, chances are you're going to go to something else. So the idea around our food philosophy is very much of what Marcela's going to talk to y'all a little bit in the as far as the detox. It's a majority, about 98% of the meals are no grains, no sugar, no dairy. It revolves around the Whole30 idea, where you just eliminate those foods so that you can really identify what it is that's triggering your body to become bloated, to not be able to use the restroom, to just not be able to lose weight, to not have your energy that you should be having. God designed our bodies like amazing, and all this stuff really comes naturally once we start putting the right foods in our body. So I have tried everything. After my last competition, I put on 40 pounds, and I had never been overweight, never really had compassion towards people that were overweight. I was like, just stop eating, like what's the big deal? But then I learned about food addiction, and that's very, it's a very common addiction that we don't really talk about, because we just think like, no, not me, I'm not addicted to food, like I'll stop eating. But you're more addicted to, I believe that food is an easier addiction than anything else, cocaine, weed, whatever, but because it's legal and it's available at our disposal anywhere and everywhere we go. So after trying everything and all these different fads and fasting and the mango diet and the melon diet and all these different things just to try and lose weight, and y'all are laughing because y'all like trying it's really not that complicated. It's just really putting whole foods into your body and trying to eliminate the foods that cause you harm and cause you weight gain. It's just hard because those foods are addicting. So what you find out is that once you pull those foods and then you reintroduce, then you can identify, and then you're like, you make the decision, because at the end of the day, we're all going to be faced with a decision. And after trying all those things and coming across the Whole30, and we don't make any money off of that. It's really just free information. It's just an outline that you follow, that you just do natural foods, no process and whatnot. But after doing that for the 30 days, that's kind of what got my metabolism back to where it needed to be, because I was trying to figure out if it was my thyroid, if it was, went to the doctor numerous of times, and we never could really pinpoint what it was, other than I was just addicted to food. And when you go to the doctor, they just give you diet pills. And it's been a crazy journey nonetheless. I have found a place where it's just, food freedom, I like to call it, because you find that balance where you can eat healthy, but you can, go out and have dinner somewhere and have a dessert without feeling guilty. And that's where we would really love for all of you to be, is to just be in a place where you're content with how you look, how you feel, and not feel guilty after having a meal. So I can go on and on. My story is very long, but I don't want to bore you guys, and Marcela has a lot of great information that she wants to share with you. I do love this program though, because one other thing I want to share is just really the relationships that you build. I've met some really amazing people in my class, and even outside of class, just sometimes I'll sub classes for Marcela. This week they took a week off, and Lisa just mentioned that she hung out with 2 of the other girls, that they worked out and they each lost 4 pounds each. So it's just amazing that even outside of the program, these girls are still sticking together and holding each other accountable outside of here, because those are the types of relationships that you build when you're surrounding yourself with other people that are going after the same goal that you are. And so that's what Marcela has created with this program. Not only does she provide all the tools and the resources and everything that you need, she's created a community of people that she's teaching them to have that same passion, and so that you guys are going to learn everything that she's teaching on, and y'all go outside and then teach other people, so that we can make this city much healthier, and then most importantly, our families healthier. So if you guys want to order any of the meals from our meal prep, we will be extending the order for you guys. We normally have the cutoff time by Friday, but Renata will be placing orders for those of you that want to place orders for meal prep. Again, just creating that convenience, making sure you have your meals ready for the week. A number of people here do the meals, so if you want to kind of get feedback from them, Brandy's been doing them since the very beginning, and she's lost, today she lost 30 pounds. So she's done amazing. So they work. It's just, again, just being consistent with eating healthy. And I guess that's it. Right? Do I come on again? Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you. All right. So, thank you. As David was saying, this program, mainly, my whole goal for you is to be able to use the tools and take them when you're done with it, right? Some people will need 30 days, which is the reason why I do a 30-day program is because I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm stuck with 6 months or a year, but then what if I don't like it next month, right? So I want to make sure this is a good fit for you, it's a good fit for us, because as you can see, all of our classes are full now. So if you're here and you're not even caring about your progress, you're not showing up to class, you're not following the plan, you know, I'd rather have somebody else that needs it more than you be here. And that's why every month we go through an application process to make sure that, you know, you deserve that spot. It's not just of you wanting to be here, but I want to make sure you deserve to be here, okay? And it just, I see it every time, and it's getting better of how y'all are actually showing up every day. I had 9 people that had perfect attendance this month, and I have a little gift for y'all, but I do understand there is times where you won't be able to make it, right? There's life, you have kids, you have a job, you have other responsibilities that you won't be here for whatever reason, right? So if that's the case, just let me know in advance, and if you ever need to substitute or I guess go to a different class time, I need 24 hours in advance, okay? Just so I can plan the class, because there is enough people in one class, and I have the workout around that many people. So if I have an extra person, then I need to make adjustments. So that's why I need to know ahead of time, okay? There's a couple of you that already told me, so that you're fine. All right. So again, everybody will be in a different level. Some people will need 30 days, some people need 60 days. I have people that have been here for a year. I have people who've been here for 8 months, right? And it doesn't matter. You know when you are ready to go on your own, right? So that's the whole thing. There's people that really need that push, that need somebody there telling them what to do, telling them you need to do this, and have that weigh-in every Monday. I know, I know it's another thing that, you know, keep you accountable to make sure that you stay on track, right? So that's something that you'll have to decide when you're ready, you know, to go on your own. So there is 4 things that we cover in this program, and I call it my formula for success, right? And there's nutrition, very important, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. We have exercise, and I'm gonna talk about that. Mindset, 90% of your mindset, if it's not there, more than likely the other 2 are not gonna work, right? And then the support and motivation that we provide within the group is another thing that is very crucial and important to just keep you accountable. So as far as nutrition, you do get a personalized meal plan. I do have to give your numbers to the dietitian. Okay, so you weigh in today, you have your body fat percentage, your weight, your age, your height, all of that. Now I have it. Now I have to send it to the dietitian, and then she'll provide it back to me. And then 2-3 days, she'll give it back to me with your calorie intake. Okay. Once I have your calorie intake, then I will help you create a meal plan that works for you. Okay. Now everybody's different, and that's why we have a success meeting on week 1 to sit down with you about 10-15 minutes and just go over your goals, go over your meal plan, and see what's gonna work for you. Some people are not good at counting calories, right? Some people don't want to count macros. Some people are just tell me what to eat. Some people, you know, everybody's different, and that's what that meeting is very important to make sure we create something that works for you, especially if you are someone that's always on the go, someone that's a teacher, a nurse. I know there's people that just can't sit down and eat every 3 hours, right? So we want to make sure we find something that works for you and your goals and your lifestyle and everything else around it, okay? But for now, you do have, those of you that are new, you do have a detox meal plan that is uploaded under your app. Everybody already looked at that? I know there's somebody here that didn't get it right. Okay. All right. So you should already have that. Now that meal plan is 1,500 calories, and that's just something that's for everybody that I created, just so you have something to follow. Now this week, I'm not too worried about calories. I'm not too worried about macros. I just want you to follow the rules of the detox. Okay. So if you're the type of person that needs to look at something, you know, something to follow, then follow that meal plan. If you're still hungry, eat a little 100 calorie pack of almonds or an apple in between your meals, just for the first week. As long as it's the foods that are allowed in the detox plan, you're okay. Does that make sense? If you're still hungry, add more veggies to your meals. That's the best filler, you know, to make sure that you feel full and satisfied, and make sure you get your fiber in for the day. So you can add more greens. Greens are free. You want to eat a whole bag of greens, go for it. Okay. So under the nutrition plan, the nutrition part is your meal plan. Of course, you get that. And another thing that you will get is that knowledge and education of what is that you're eating and why you're eating that food. So something that we do cover during your success meetings is I want to see what works for you. For example, if she did the Whole30, you know, she's good doing that, following the rules for that. Brandy, she's doing that, it works for her. Now, some people might be different. You know, the detox week is very important because that's when you realize, oh, you know what? I always felt bloated, but I had no idea why. After detox, you'll notice that you're not bloated because we took out a lot of foods like dairy, grains, artificial sweeteners will bloat you, stevia, everything. But we eat those things, you know, especially like protein powders will have an artificial sweetener. That's why they taste good, right? So that detox is there to make sure we understand our bodies, right? After that first week, if you're like, all right, you know what, Marcela, I'm on the go all the time and I can't sit down and eat a meal, and then I tell you, okay, you know what, you can now do a protein shake to replace that meal, but then you tell me, well, I feel bloated. Well, maybe the protein shake is not for you, right? So that's what this whole period of time and the times we meet are there to understand what your body likes and what your body doesn't like. So if in the second week I give you oatmeal or I give you rice for your meal plan, and you're like, Marcela, I'm not feeling good, well, let's take it out. You know, let's go back to potatoes. You will notice there's a lot of potatoes during detox week, and that is because you need carbs in your meal plan, and since you're not getting grains, you're not getting rice, oatmeal, we need to give you the carbs in some way, so you'll see there's potatoes in a lot of your meals, right? Who doesn't like potatoes in here? Okay, good. But it's okay to eat carbs. I know a lot of you are scared. I'm like, am I really supposed to eat all those carbs? Yes, you eat carbs. Okay? Understanding to meal prep. Meal prep will be very, very important. As Edith said, it will take you time, right? Average at least 4 hours of your day will be meal prepping. So if you know you're busy on Sundays, Saturdays, you need to make that time. You just need to schedule it, put it on your phone, give you a reminder the day before. Oh my God, I need to do prep tomorrow. No, I cannot go to brunch with you tomorrow. You know, just you need to make it a priority. You need to schedule those times to be sure you're ready and prepared for the week. Okay? And then I do want you to understand what macros are. And my whole thing behind giving you a meal plan with the calories and with the macros is for you to understand what you're eating. Okay, sometimes we eat, you know, an avocado, and yes, it's healthy, but you need to understand what's in the avocado. There's fats, there's carbs, right? A lot of fiber, there's protein. So it's okay to eat avocado, it's okay to eat almonds, and they're healthy fats. But you eat 20 almonds, that's gonna be like 400 calories right there, right? So that's why it's important to understand serving size, to understand what you're eating. And that's why I give you the macros, and that's why I want you to understand what's in your food. Why? Because I don't want you to count calories for the rest of your life. That's just tedious, right? And it just gives you a headache and it's hard. But if you do it for 30, 60, 90 days, and you understand, oh, you know what, this is how much I'm supposed to be eating, then you can get rid of the calories and just start eating, continue to eat good, and just, you should now understand how much you're eating and how much you're supposed to eat. Does that make sense? Okay. Any questions about nutrition, detox, any of that? No? Workouts. We work out 4 times a week, Monday through Thursday. Whatever time you chose, that's the time you work out with us every day. Okay? So if you chose 6 a.m., that's your time to work out with us. If you need to change your time, just get with me a day in advance, and then we'll make it work. Okay? We work out a different muscle group every day. Mondays will be leg day. Tuesdays will be back and biceps. Wednesday will be shoulders and triceps. And then Thursdays will be booty day. Woo! Everybody loves that day. So it is a different workout every time. We change it up. I do include or incorporate HIIT training, high intensity interval training. It will either be within the workout of that day, or it will be right after we're done with the strength training. It is different every week. And I do want you to, while we're working out, to pay attention on where you are, right? As far as your strength, as far as, okay, you know what, Marcella, my knee's hurting, am I doing it right? I want you to talk to me as your coach, or Aiden as your coach, and just tell us if something's not feeling right. You need to communicate with us, because only you can feel what your body's telling you, right? I don't know if your knee's hurting, so you need to tell me. If that's the case, if you have back problems, anything, talk to me so then we can make a regression of that exercise. There's always a regression and a progression of every single workout exercise we do. So you just need to communicate with me. With that said, do not worry about who's next to you. Jazz been here for a year. She's a beast, and she's jumping that box over there. Then don't worry about Jazz. Okay, everybody's in a different level. Everybody is stronger. Somebody's gonna be stronger than you, and that's okay. You worry about yourself, and that's it. Okay. I have people that, you know, this is the first time you've worked out in a long time or ever, right? So it's all about progressing every week, not worrying about what others are doing, right? And I know you do compare yourself all the time, so stop it. Now, as far as cardio, I do get a lot of questions. How much cardio should I do? How much cardio am I supposed to do? Okay, everybody's different as well. That's something I will determine on your success meeting. If you've never worked out, or you haven't worked out in 6 years, 10 years, and now you're working out 4 times a week, that's enough. You don't need to go and do extra cardio. You know, if you come with a background of working out all the time, you're already like, I always work out, I work out 6 times a week, then okay, we can add another 1 or 2 days to your workout routine for that week, right? So you can work out on Fridays on your own, go for a run, and then Saturdays you can get up. I normally email you a workout to do at home, and that's optional. If you feel like, oh, but I don't want to not do anything for 3 days, go ahead and get it in on Saturday or Sunday, okay? But you listen to your body. You don't need to go work out 7 days a week. You need to let your body rest, okay? So you come back Monday, you're not still dying from Thursday. Sometimes you do. Again, with the exercise part, just I want you to start learning your strength and what you're able to do. So I did email you a sheet that says my weekly planner. Print that out, print 4 of those, and write notes after class, or you know, when you get to your car, leave it in your car and just say, oh, today I was able to squat 55 pounds, or today I was able to squat 185 pounds, and keep track of that so then you understand what you're capable of, okay? First week, I'm normally easy on you as far as how much you do. Next week, I will push you a little bit, but I should start to know your limits and see where you are, okay? But don't be so easy on yourself as well. You know, just, you want to push yourself a little bit, but don't overdo it. Any questions on the training part? Why is so quiet? Alright, so next I got mindset. And this is a very important part of your stay here, kind of uniquely. So I'm going to have Jess come up front, and she's going to talk to you about something that I always make sure to remind you is why you started. Why are you here? Think about it. Is it just because you want a hot body, or is it because you want to get off some medication? Is it because you want to be here 10 years from now and be able to play with your kids? Really, it has to be a strong reason for you to be here. It's not just about fitting in the jeans. Yeah, that's a great motivation. Yeah, that's good to have, that, motivation in your closet or on the scale, and that's what we're here for. But long term, you need to think of that. Why you want to make a change. You want to be the motivation for your kids so they can start moving, so they can start, exercising or eating better. Your husband, your friends, whoever is around that's not, that needs that. You'll be surprised how when people start and they have people around them that are not, supporting them, and they're like, I want to eat pizza, you eat your chicken, and they're always going to be there telling you not to do it, or just eat one slice, or just have one beer with me. It will happen, right? But one day when they see how motivated you are and how you're actually achieving your goals, they will change too. Those people are watching, and I know it happens every time. And I hear the success stories from y'all, or someone just told me today, now I got my whole family doing this with me. So it's all about what change you're making within yourself and those around you. Okay, so Jess.
Hey ladies, hi people watching online. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jazz, and I am actually a personal development influencer at hustlemeetsgrace.com, and I'm also a candidate for my professional life coaching certification. I'll be done in 2 weeks. So Marcella asked me to come and speak just to give a few encouraging words to you ladies, and so thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to come and talk to you beautiful queens about working out and staying motivated. So I really wanted to just talk to you guys just for a few minutes about your willpower versus your why power. So everybody's heard about willpower, right? Raise your hands, yes, which is great. That's awesome. You have to have a willpower to come in here. I mean, you all have it because you all got up on Saturday morning when you could be in bed drinking your coffee in your PJs, but you're not. You're here. So you do have the will. You've already possessed the will to come and make a change in your life. Whether it's been your first time here or you're continuing, you already have that will placed inside of you. And you wouldn't be spending your hard-earned coin with this program if you didn't have the will inside of you to continue. So yeah, your willpower, that's where you start. You already have that motivation inside of you to continue. But what's even more important is your why. Yes, we know you want to come and do something different with your life, but what happens when life hits? What happens when emotions and the will get together? What happens when you've had a hard day at work, or your kids are driving you crazy, or you want to kill your boyfriend or your husband because of whatever? You have to remember your why. Why are you doing this? And like Marcella said, your why can be so many different things. Is it because you want to like the way that you see yourself in the mirror? Do you want to walk by the mirror and do a double take? Or do you want to wear a crop top? Or is it because you want to crush those generational curses of diabetes, heart disease? Do you want to be around for your kids? Do you want to be able to roll on the ground with your grandkids? What is your why? And all of you have filled out goal sheets today that kind of helps you jumpstart your why. You have that written down on paper. So remember those things. Yes, it's obviously great to look like a baddie and walk on the beach in a two-piece, but more importantly than that, being a good steward of your body. God calls us not only to steward our finances and our resources well, but also stewarding our health well, so that we can be here to influence other people in a positive way. So I just wanted to remind you all of that, and I just wanted to encourage you to let your why outweigh your will. And let's burn it at 30.
Thank you, Jazz. So yeah, hope you now have a better understanding of your why, and it's just not a 30-pound, weight loss, which is important. Again, that's something that drives you, right? You have that goal, you're like, you know what, I need to lose this weight, or else, I know I'm gonna need this medication, or else I won't be able to have a kid. All those things are very important, and it's a great way to look at it, but having that why behind it is what's gonna make you succeed, and what's gonna make you not give up, okay? And with that said, having a goal is very important, and that's why I gave you that goal sheet. So you have a goal for the 30 days, right? So if you wrote down 100 pounds on that goal sheet, I'm sorry, but you're not going to lose 100 pounds in 30 days, right? It's just not, this is not the program to lose 100 pounds. Now, with that said, I want you to have very specific goals. So doable for 30 days, I'll say 15 pounds is doable, 12 pounds is doable. I've seen 20 pounds before. It just depends. Everybody's different, okay? But I'm just giving you an idea of what I've seen within the program. Normally the first week, you will lose like up to 5-6 pounds in the first week. Just because it's detox week, we're getting rid of all those bad foods, right? After that week, it's gonna be a slower weight loss, like 2 pounds a week is what I would like to see, okay? So if for whatever reason, let's say you're like, I'm not losing weight, I'm eating better, what's happening to me? I'll give you Brandy's success story, right? First month, how much did you lose?
6 pounds.
6 pounds, right? Second month?
12 pounds.
12 pounds. Third month? Another 10? Yeah? So let's say in her case, it was a slower process, but this is what happens. Let's say right now you are eating 1,000 calories, right? Because there's a lot of people that are overweight and they don't eat. Why is that? Right? So your body's really like, well, you're not feeding me, I'm just gonna retain everything you eat, right? Because I'm on starvation mode. So if that's the case, and now you come here, I get your numbers from the dietitian, I give you 15, 16, 1,700 calories, right? Because that's what your body needs. What's gonna happen if you were eating 1,000 calories and now you're eating 17? Well, you're not gonna lose weight like this, right? It's gonna take time for your body to really get to where it needs to be before you start dropping. Now, sometimes it's the other way around. You might have been eating 2,500 calories, and now you're eating what you're supposed to, and yes, you're gonna drop, right? So that's why it's very important for you to trust the process and really, really follow the plan, because there's that reasoning behind what we give you, the amount of calories, what we give you, the amount of knowledge, for you to really understand your body and be able to have a good foundation for you to use now and long term, right? I could just easily say, you know what, I just want them to lose weight because that's what they want. I'll give you 1,000 calories, maybe 800. You will lose weight like this. You might lose 30 pounds in 1 month, but are you gonna get it back as soon as you're done? Yes, right? And I know we all been there. I've been there myself. I know there's a lot of you that have been there. So if you try to get a fast, and we're all about fast results because that's the way our brain works, right? So if you're really just all about losing weight fast, this is not your program. You will lose what you can lose in that amount of time with what your able to do. Your body's able to do. Meaning, that's all gonna depend on your metabolism and where you are right now and how screwed up your metabolism is, because a lot of us just screw it up with all the dieting, and it happens, right? You're dieting, you try the cucumber diet, the mango diet, and then you're eating 500 calories and you lose weight, but then you hate your life and everybody around you, and then you're done with that diet, and what happens? You go and eat a burger and fries and shake and full cake, right? And you eat everything that's in front of you. And then what happens? You gain that weight back with a matter of a week, 2 days, right? It's happened, and it will happen over and over again until you really do it the right way. You build that foundation to be able to finish this program with whatever time that is. You know, it might not take 30 days, it might take 60 or 90 or 120. Only you will know, but once you're done, I want you to leave here and say, you know what, I know what to eat, I know what my body needs, I know what to do to be able to continue this lifestyle and not just go back to where I was. Okay? And that's the whole purpose of this program. When I built this program, I didn't build it with the intention to keep you here forever. I just want to keep helping more and more people, and you know, I want to help you as long as it takes. But again, if you're ready to go, you know, you have the tools, you can use them, right? So it's all about really just using those tools to be able to build that foundation to keep those results long term. Okay? Another thing under mindset, believing in yourself. If you already tried 120 diets before and you're thinking, I always fail, I'm gonna fail again, I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna drink this weekend, you know, stop telling yourself that you're not able to do it. Just give yourself permission to succeed. Do it, because you're here for a reason, and now you just need to believe in yourself that you'll be able to finish and achieving whatever that goal is for the next 30 days. Again, trust the process and the results will come. Okay, I do have somebody that's gonna come up here and just give her testimony before I go into the last section, and that's Stephanie. Stephanie's down 50 pounds. Woo! And that's in 3 months?
3 months. Yes.
Good job.
So I wanted to share my experience and what Burn It and 30 has done for me. I've been in your shoes. I've been new to the program, so I kind of wanted to share what I've been through. When I started, you know, in the program, I weighed close to 300 pounds, and I was scared. I was really scared. I was scared because I felt like I wasn't going to be able to do some of the workouts or exercises. I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to keep up. Heck, I was even scared because it was hard to find 3X and 4X workout clothes. I was embarrassed, and I really wasn't, you know, comfortable in my skin. And the first week was hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was really hard. And sure enough, there were some exercises that I couldn't do. You know, and when I worked that through with Marcella, she made me feel like that was okay. She gave me a modification. I kept moving, and I moved on. And that's really one of, you know, the keys, is to really keep going. There were times where I couldn't even do a sit-up, you know, and I would struggle. And, you know, she came and she would hold me down and hold my feet down and help me push through, you know, that sit-up. Or there were times where I couldn't even complete a workout, and she would finish off the workout with me. And I think that's one of the biggest differences with Burn It and 30, is that Edith and Marcella, they really do care. They really do care. I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today, and if there were 3 important things that I could share with you, it would be community and support. I didn't realize how much support I was going to get in this program. There is a huge online presence on Facebook. Go online and ask questions if you have questions. Share your struggles online. That's really, important. Tools. Marcella's going to give you the tools to be successful in your journey. Utilize those tools. Start using those tools now. That's so important. And don't stop using those tools. These are lifetime tools that you can use even if you leave your program, and that's what's really going to drive you to the success that you need to finish off, your journey. You're going to hear this thing called non-scale wins. These are wins that where you get on the scale and maybe the scale doesn't move for you. Maybe you're not even trying to lose weight. Maybe you just want to get stronger and more leaner. Pay attention to your body. There might be some times where, your clothes just start to feel better. You know that you're losing inches, and maybe your skin just looks better. Those are accomplishments and achievements that you need to recognize. And that's really all I really have to say. But I mean, I did lose 50 pounds in 3 months. If I can do it, you can do it. Some of the keys are drink water, drink the gallon of water. Yes, you're gonna be in the restroom all the time, but drink the water. You know what I mean? That's really one of the keys. I personally love the protein cookies. I get a sweet tooth late at night. I grab a protein cookie and eat that. That's really helped me. But I want to encourage everybody to stick with it. I think you're joining the right program. So thank you.
Thank you, Steph. And it's true. I'm so proud of you, Steph, because she never she didn't miss a single class in 3 months. I know last week she hurt her back, and she couldn't be here, and she was devastated. It's like, I can't go to the gym, So she's here, and she will make sure to give it all she got, right? And that's what it's gonna take. You really have to give us 110% for you to succeed. And yes, support and motivation, very, very important, and that will be another key factor for you to be able to keep going. Now, I'm going to tell you this, there is going to be times where you're going to eat the cookie you're not supposed to, right? When you're going to have a drink and you're not supposed to. Or you forgot your meals and all that was in front of you was pizza, and you're going to eat the pizza because you're starving. Yes, it's going to happen, and yes, you're going to fail, and yes, you're going to fall 100 times, maybe 1 time, maybe 20 times. But you just need to remember to always get back up and just continue on. So if whatever happened today, just get back up, start again tomorrow, right? Now understand that the more times you fall, the slower the process is gonna be. So that's something to just remember, right? So if you want to achieve your goal and you're determined, I'm sure you'll be ready, right? And you'll have your meals with you all the time, or you'll try to do your best to be able to not fall more than once or twice, right? So it's a learning process, and I understand, again, we all have life going on around us, right? If you're a mom, I mean, I have a dog and that's hard work. I don't know how you do it. So really, I understand that there's gonna be kids there. There's gonna be co-workers that are gonna bring the pizza and the donuts and the candy and the Diet Coke, and your kids are gonna want McDonald's and fries and nuggets, and they're gonna be in front of you and it smells so good, and you're gonna want it, right? But then one thing that's worked for me is just take 5 seconds and think about it, because there's times where your brain is like firing up and you're like, I just want to eat it, right? I just don't even think about it, you eat it. So just take 5 seconds back. Take that 5-second rule of just, do I really need it, right? Just think about it. What is this going to do to me? How am I going to feel afterwards, right? Now, with that said, there is going to be times where you will have a cheat day. No, a cheat meal, okay? So I do give you cheat meals. Now, everybody's in a different level. Everybody gets cheat meals in a different time of their journey. Why? If you have the background of binge eating, overeating, and I give you a cheat meal, you think that's gonna be good for you? No, right? Because it's like waking up that dragon inside of you and it's just gonna make you eat everything, right? So that's why those meetings are good, because I wanna get to know you, I wanna get to know what works for you, and if you're not ready for a cheat meal, you're not ready for a cheat meal, right? So there's people that are good. I tell them, go ahead and have a cheat meal every 10 days, every 7 days, but I want you to tell me how you feel afterwards. Were you able to just eat one slice of pizza, or do you eat the whole pizza, right? Those are things you need to pay attention to make sure that we heal whatever is going on, right? Sometimes it's mindset, sometimes it's stress, sometimes it's not sleeping enough, and I know there's some of you that don't sleep enough. Very important, right? I mean, I will say I have that problem myself, because I have to be here at 4:45 a.m. every morning, and I don't go to bed until 10:30, 11 sometimes, and it's just hard for me to get in bed early, right? But that's something I know I need to work on. So it's just, you need to keep in mind all those factors, because there is times that we're not losing weight and we're blaming the food, or we're blaming the program, or and you need to think, okay, well, what am I doing this day? and use that planner I gave you, because it even says on there, write down how many hours you got of sleep today, to start keeping track of those things, to see why is that something's not working or not feeling right. Okay? Again, with the program, you have me, you have each other, you have Edith that are here to support you throughout the 30 days you're here and after. I have that Facebook group, it's private, and if you don't have a Facebook, can you raise your hand? There's always one or two that are like, I don't have Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, then make one. You can put a cartoon as your profile picture and make up a name if you want. But just, I really do encourage you to use that group, because there is a lot of tools that I provide in there. And I will go live. Sometimes I'm driving, I'm thinking of you, and I will just go live and give you some words of motivation or whatever it is. Like, I'm recording this right now in the group, is live. It will be posted, so then that way you can watch it later if you're like, you know, Marcela said something, but I can't remember. Okay. And then another thing about the Facebook group, if you have a question about the detox, I know there's going to be 100 questions about detox, and not right now, nobody's raising their hands, but tomorrow, I know there will be questions when you're actually making your food, right? So, first place to go, please use the Facebook group, because there's times that I might be doing something else, or I don't get to answer your email right away or your text. In that Facebook group, there's 185 people in it that can respond to you, because they already did it, they already done that, they've been there, and they can answer that question. And I'm sure you're not the only one with that question, and that question will answer it for everybody. Yay, right? So that's why I really encourage you to use that Facebook group, because it just makes it easier for everybody. Okay? And then use that to have that sisterhood. There is times that I have people, ladies, this week I don't feel motivated, I have so much going on, please somebody keep me accountable. I see it all the time, and then there's like 10 people, you got this, you know, well, Teresa, I'm gonna make sure I go to the gym, can y'all keep me accountable? Well, I am 6'10", do you go, right? So it does help to have that, you know, somebody there just keeping you accountable. It's easy when you're here, you know, Monday through Thursday, but the weekends might be hard for you. The week, like this past week, we were off, right? So that was a hard week for some people. And if you're done with the program, you can still use that group. I have people that haven't done the program for the past 5 months. They did it last year, and they still participate. They're still there. They still ask questions. They still are within the community. So use it. So that's really all I have as far as the 4 tools or 4 brackets of success for the program. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and give out this gifts. These are gifts for the people that had perfect attendance last month. And first I got Teresa. Teresa had to take her son to the hospital one day, and she came, and she's like, I have to go, but she came, but I can't stay, I have to take him to the hospital. I'm like, go! So then she came out, she came back at night and make sure that to get in that class. So she was very, very determined. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then Yvette, did she leave? She had to go. Yvette, she actually was with us like 10 months last year. She took like 3 months off. She came back, she's like, I just need you to push me. And every single session, she got perfect attendance. Every single session. Cindy! Cindy, another one that's been determined. So you lost 4 pounds this week. So that's a total of 29?
179 I started.
I know you were like at the 20 pound mark. So you're like at 24 pounds down. Gloria! Also determined. There you go. actually, you did miss one because you were out of town. Yeah. Oh, this is oh, Renata got perfect attendance. And oh, it's in here. Rochelle. And how much did you do?
2 this week.
And
Last week.
overall,
11.
11 pounds.
Thank you.
And one thing about Rochelle too, she's determined. I know there were days when she wanted to give up, right? And I made sure she did it. And same thing with Teresa, right? I know that she has it in her, and it's just a matter of just being there along the way. And then I also do have a challenge that goes on for the 30 days, right? First place will get a free month of Burner in 30, and that is a point system, right? So pounds lost, you get 5 points for every pound that you lose. You get 2 points for every time you are in class. So, and then you get 1 point for every Facebook group that you do using the hashtag #BurnIn30. If you don't use the hashtag, we don't count those posts. Again, those posts can be in the group or outside the group, anywhere. It's not mandatory, but if you want to get those points going, I know that's the only reason why some people have one is because of the Facebook post. And I do have the winners. And I will announce the winners. But before I announce the winners, I'm gonna make it interesting. I'm gonna do the drawing for the two. First, I'm gonna do the Diva Burn. Now, this is a pre-workout. You cannot do pre-workouts or protein powders on the first week of detox. Okay? So, and that also means no coffee on the first week. I know, we need the coffee every day, and I know you're not gonna be a happy person the next 7 days. But, so if you are a coffee drinker, you can do green tea. Okay? No sugar, no milk, but you can do almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, if you want to use it for your green. Never mind. You don't need it. Alright, so Diva Burn. Do you have your tickets?
Yes.
And the winner is 174137. Gloria! Oh. Yeah, you can just put it back in there. Now the Diva Burn, if you've never used it before, just start with half a scoop and try it out and see how. Before workout. Yes, like 10-15 minutes before you work out. Now this is a Diva Lean Protein from Pure Lawn Nutrition as well, and it's a strawberry cheesecake flavor. It's really good. 174144.
Oh man.
Yes? So no doing detox, but after. There you go. Congrats. Before I continue, just one last person I want to come up here, and that's Liza. Yes. I do want to give her props for really, putting in the work and staying determined and motivated. And she's being trial and error, right? You've had your ups and downs, and she just continues to push forward. And she's been an amazing motivator for a lot of people. I know there's been a good amount of people that are here because of Liza, so I want to say thank you, and just want to see if you have anything to say. Now you have to say something.
I wasn't prepared. I don't feel like I need to say anything motivating because everybody's already here because you're motivated. You wouldn't have paid all, your money that if you already want me, you saved everything to be here. So obviously it's already important to you. The thing about Burning in 30 is not just about transforming the body. It's about transforming and resetting your mind. Because a lot of us as women have been told already what the expectation is and that we need to be at a certain place, and that's not the way it is. Make your own goals, decide how you're going to get there, and utilize everybody in the program to get there. It's about self-love, loving yourself, finding your inner person. Me personally, I've been at both spectrums. I've been overweight and I've been really skinny, and I'm kind of in the chubby area right now. And my personal goal is I want to be. I heard someone use a term yesterday, is a thick fit. That's my. I want to have hips and I want to have a backside, and I don't want to be super skinny. And that's my personal goals. Adjust them to what you need. Utilize the tools that Marcella and the Bii30 program is offering you. That is whole foods, not eating artificial stuff. Try and get rid of the addictions that you have. My addiction, if you know me, if anybody knows me personally, I love Mexican food. Chili sauce is my favorite thing. All the cheese, all the beans, and I eat it now, and it hurts my stomach. I'll still eat maybe one or two every now and then. I suffer with severe fatigue as well. So to get here, Renata texts me every morning. She has been my main source of get here. Teresa and Stephanie, seeing their transformations and being able to live vicariously through their accomplishments motivates me. And then Marcella, you posted something yesterday that re-sparked my fire a little bit. And you're going to have to re-spark that fire, because right now your fire is maybe a spark. You have to let it grow, but you have to feed it, just like oxygen feeds a spark, and let your fire grow. And then it'll become your own fire, and then you'll be able to share it and ignite somebody else's. And spread the word. Spread the word, because there are a lot of programs out there that are leading women in the wrong direction, and making you believe that you have to eat 800 calories, because you're going to look good. You're not going to feel good, and you're going to rebound like I did, and then you're going to be back to square one. So don't start at square one. Stay where you're at. Fall, get back up. Keep your momentum going, and rely on everybody around you to get where you have decided you want to be, not where the next person decided you want to be. So congratulations for being here, you guys. Thank you. Sorry, that's a little
All right, so first place for last session is, I'll tell you in a minute. Third place for last session gets a free one-on-one with me, and that will be personal training, or that can be a consultation if you want a full hour. That can be, we'll set that up as far as, setting up a Friday or a day that we don't work. Normally I charge $90 an hour for a personal training, and that's my fee, that's my time, what I charge. And the winner is Rochelle. And second place gets a $100 gift card from Pure Land Nutrition. So you get to buy, they actually sell cookies there. And that's Stephanie. And first place, I got a free Bii30. Value of the program is $360. So the winner is Teresa. Yes, so you want your next month, or actually August, because we already paid for July. So she was on it. She's always posting. She lost 9 pounds, I believe, 10 pounds, and she was here every single day. So the points do add up at the end of the day. And one thing I want to just share real quick, and if you're already in the Facebook group and you saw my post yesterday, and I know Liza just reminded me of that post, and I just shared a little bit about my story. I normally do this at the beginning, but I know a lot of you already know me from before, or Instagram, Facebook, or you've heard of the program, or we have friends in common. But one thing that I've gone through is the whole up and down. Now, I don't have a big transformation as far as, oh, I lost 100 pounds or I lost 80 pounds, but I have gone through the whole body dysmorphia and just thinking I was not good enough. And that's one thing that happens to a lot of people that are in the competing world. It does happen because I don't know if you're familiar with the bodybuilding world or how that bikini is more popular nowadays. You get on the stage, you get judged on your body, right? How you look, how your butt looks, how your legs look, your arms, your hair, everything, right? And I know I have Isabella as well, who's actually getting ready to compete in Miss Texas. She's part of the program, and she is familiar with that because in the beauty world as well, the pageant world, it's all about how you look, right? And you're always so stressed about how your body looks. So when I started competing, I remember before I started competing, I would eat everything and anything, and I was in good shape because I will do, you know, I will work out every single day, and I've been always athletic and always in sports, and I always been in that industry, but it wasn't until I started competing that everything changed. Yes, I was able to achieve a body that I never thought I could achieve. You know, I looked great, right? And I had abs and I had all this. And to get there, it's not just, oh, just don't eat, right? And, well, yeah, just don't eat. I had to really be strict with my diet. I had to make sure that I was working out every single day. I'm talking 7 days a week, sometimes 3 hours a day, right? And it's a lot of work, a lot of work. And one thing I did get out of it was just being determined, right? Because there was no days where I'm like, oh, today I'm gonna have a burger, it's okay, I'm gonna burn it off tomorrow. None of that, right? You just have to be very determined for 12, 16, 20 weeks. That's the program. That's the process of getting ready for a show. You really have to be sure you're counting every single calorie. You're putting in the work. You're doing an hour, 2 hours of cardio a day, plus your weight training, and it's a lot, right? So when you put your body in a position that you're overworking it, you're restricting yourself for so long, after every show comes the rebound, right? Because you go crazy. You're like, I want the burger, I want the fries, I want everything I see. And I just know every time I will eat it and I will feel horrible. You know, I seriously will gain like 10, 12 pounds in a matter of a day, right? Just because of all the water you're retaining, because now you're eating all this salt, and it's just this whole thing your body goes through. So I will feel so bad. My body will hurt, my back will hurt, everything hurts because your ankles will get swollen because of the water retention. And every time, I'm not doing this again. Why would I do this to myself, right? 4 years later, I was still doing it, right? And it's just something that you just can't control, right? It's just really, really hard. And if you've been there where you've dieted and you just finish the diet and you eat it, everything again, and you know, I've been there as far as how you feel and how you're like, okay, now, let's say right now I weigh 20 pounds more than what I do normally when I'm competing, right? And now I'm like comparing myself to how I looked, right? And that's when it starts all messing with your head, and I don't look good enough.
It's alright. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. I'm right here. I'm right here with you. Shake it up. Shake it up. You're amazing.
But the thing is that I know I'm not the only one. I know you've been there. I'm crying. Oh.
See y'all, she's real.
Yeah, sorry. I just know what it feels like, and I want you to know that it doesn't matter if you're trying to lose 5 pounds, if you're trying to lose 100 pounds. I think we all can relate to each other and see where you are, where you want to be. But you have to be happy and love where you are right now, today, right? I know you want to be, I don't know, wherever you want to be over here, But if you don't love yourself where you are in this moment, it's gonna be really hard for you to love yourself there, right? So you just need to trust the process. Give yourselves goals for every period, phase of your life, or whatever long it's gonna take you, and just really take it one day at a time to get there. Alright, so that's all I have for today. What we're gonna do now is just get in a group, take a picture, and then we are gonna head over to HEB. I'm gonna do a grocery store tour. Now the tour, I just really go through every aisle, tell you what is good, what is not good, what I eat, what I don't eat, what is approved for detox and not. So if you think that will be beneficial, which I know that people that have gone, they do find it very beneficial, please come with us. It is 11:05. The plan is to leave in about 15 minutes from here. Just need to get ready to go over there. And it's gonna take about 30-40 minutes, okay? So if you need it, please do stay or meet us there. We normally meet right at the entrance of where the fruits are, okay? And we'll be there around 11:20. So let's go into the grocery store. Okay, great. All right, so let's take a picture. That's all I have.
If you have not weighed in, please